Hey, really happy to be here on the stage. Really happy to talk about Lido, the year we've had, what can be next, what we're proud of, what we like, what are the challenges. So I'm Vasily. I'm co-founder of Lido. These days I'm mostly on research, so I just had to establish myself as a head guy, as you see. What I want to tell you today is what have we done over a year? Like what Lido DAO, Lido the protocol has achieved over a year. What's in flight? What will be landing soon? What is going to be the thing that is very on track to happen? The challenges that we have. What can be next, given like what we achieved and what the challenges we have, and like a few closing thoughts. So a lot of things have happened, we almost exactly did what the Goose and re-Goose targets were. Like Goose had a way for Lido DAO token holders to set out a set of like objectives for contributors to deliver. And the Goose honks via way. The main things that I want to highlight is that we had a really radical validator set increase from 40 to 400, like 10 times over a year. And there has been launched a simple delegation solution for token holders for to participate more easily in governance with delegations. And on Regoose, one of the main principles, one of the main things was to be reaffirm stake tether as the #1 collateral for restaking. And on all these, there had been like a lot of great results. Year ago, we had one delegation, like one staking module with 37 node operators that are like all professionals selected by the DAO. Since then, we have 3 modules, both of which are significantly larger in validator set count, 200-ish each. So this is a really big step on decentralization roadmap for Lido and a really big effort on it. On voting delegation side, the contributors developed the technical means for it, which was not easy given the arrogant stack we used from 2020. And set up a structure where we have 21 delegates, one of them are eligible for incentives, so have enough LDO delegated to be eligible for governance participation incentives. Have 30 million LDO delegated, and 11 million of that is the kind of that has never didn't participate in governance before. So this is more active governance for Lido. On collateral for staking, more things are in flight, but you can see that for many things, especially new things that rehouse, stake tether is a big part of the collateral. There are hundreds of thousands of stake tether as a collateral for restaking. And there is a pretty fast, pretty well launched and pretty fast growing the isolated vault that allows leverage restaking where the collateral is staked ETH and the borrowed asset is the collateral is either ETH or something like that, like the restaked asset, and borrowed asset is staked ETH, and 120,000 staked ETH is already bought. So I think it's going pretty well. Something that we didn't track as a goals for Goose or something, but it happened anyway. There had been something that feels like a narrative change. I used to every time I was in crypto Twitter, I was used to fighting and printing SCPMs. And these days, it's no longer feels like an ugly duckling of crypto system and crypto Twitter and internet Twitter. It feels like we get some appreciation about the stake distribution we do, the things we do, the how it's like it has good Lido has good consequences for Ethereum, and this is pretty encouraging, I must say. And one thing that also wasn't like really tracked, because like it's not, I think, actively a problem, but something we work in the background, right? But much better on censorship resistance, like not operators in Lido can choose and are like softly encouraged to choose the mint bid strategy. It means that some of the blocks they will need to do not outsource to builders and relays, but need to build locally if these blocks are like not very expensive and that there is not much difference in building locally or outsourcing it. And the share of locally built blocks has grown like 3-4 times, like something like that, in a year. So this means that Ethereum is like more censorship resistant than it was before. And this is like even not talking about how the relays and build infrastructure also got like more permissionless over the year. So it's a work that hasn't been really visible, but it's absolutely made Ethereum better on the main thing it does. This year was not without the challenges. I think we can say with certainty that market structure has changed significantly. One part of it is restaking, but like not just that. And over the next years, the challenges will make it even more separated. The market will be much more complex than it used to be. There is an issuance debate that says like that maybe staking has to give more, like less rewards, and like right now we have like too much security or something like that. And people are worried about the staking share, like share of staked Ether versus unstaked. There are things looming on the horizon, like staking ETFs now with a change of administration in USA. I think this timeline has been accelerated greatly. So let's talk about some of them. Like market structure change, I think is the most important thing that is now a fact. And like at Beacon's chain launch, when Lido was shortly after that Lido was introduced, it was like much simpler market. And basically, there was one source of rewards, attestations. There was no MEV, there were no restaking rewards, there were no points, landing fees. Like the structure had been of market had been much more simple. Like the differentiating between participants, like providers of staking, hasn't been there really. Like there were not operators. They were like pretty similar to each other, maybe like with the exception of Stakefish had its own pretty fun product at the time, where you could just take a cut of one Ether from your stake of 32 Ether and stake with Stakefish. And there were like exchanges that enabled staking, but like not many of them. And they also they were like staking plus liquidity. That's it, and some custodies. But like everyone was like pretty similar, and there were no unique things on the side, and there were no withdrawals. Like liquidity was a most important thing, and the only thing that did matter for a lot of people. And now the market is completely different, and like participants of the market are completely much more sophisticated. There is issue on the staking reward, like attestation rewards. There is MEV, there is restaking rewards, points, lending fees, and it's very in flux. It's very it's changing really, really fast. Everyone on the market is trying to find an UTP. You can tell it how Kiln or P2P validators try to take it. The restaking protocols have their own UTP. Some protocols or project like Puffer has an UTP of trying to get rid of Lido. That is also happening. But everyone has some kind of unique proposition, and the market is like sometimes it's like it's not really relevant. Sometimes it's really something that touches people. And the last important thing is like that there is unlimited but slow primary market, like unstaking is happening, and liquidity is important, but is not an all-important thing. Like it's now not the only way you can get your money from staking, like your Ether from staking, and this is also like pretty important. This means that products in the market have to be like much more differentiated, and one size fits all solution do not have a leg on to stay on. Ethereum challenges are also like a big part of like Lido challenges. Lido is very tight with Ethereum, with mission, vision, purpose, and like actual DAO deployment, and the product we have, like it's all very concentrated around Ethereum. And over the year, it had its share of challenges as well, like disagreements over roadmap, or like technical and organizational debt, like price action, things like that. What is a problem for Ethereum is a problem for Lido as well. And we can say that the step that Lido has taken, and like what is like going to land soon, is dual governance, which is also like strengthen Lido versus like governance capture a lot. You can say that like the step on the decentralization side had been really powerful this year, and what's in flight like make it even more enhanced. A lot of brain power, focus, and development power should be focused on something else next. And I think the next things that we can do, or like Lido can do, that can be put into a goose and contributors can like work on it, are product lines, things for like now divided and different staking market that will allow people to use Lido for like simple delegation staking, like leverage staking, institutional staking, restaked, like whatever come next. The market is complex. It's not longer an open sea, it's a coral reef of different products. And instead of having a product, Lido, to maintain the mission of making staking simple, secure, decentralized, should be a product line now. Like we should have many things for many people with different choices in how they want to stake their Ether. These products should be ETH aligned. They are not necessarily even should be related to staking like this, but they should like maintain our purpose, which is keep Ethereum decentralized. Another big opportunity, or like the trend, is that we live in a world where regulation in the next 4 years is going to be much different, and this enables a lot of things to do, like institutional push. There will be staked Ethereum in pension funds in 2026. Like I'm willing to bet on it, but like can this be staked Ether? What it will be, it's I think a really good and interesting question, and what the consequences it will have for Ethereum is also an interesting question, depending on who wins on ETFs and like pension funds and stuff. The future had changed. Like we can work on many things that like were not a really good application of efforts, like LDO economics, improvement to governance mechanism, something that has been unlocked. And that's, I think, what should happen. But we should not forget that our purpose is to keep Ethereum decentralized. That is like the core thing that we do, and things we do should be with that in mind. On the closing thoughts, like when Lido was launched, like shortly after, there had been a post, like we thought about it like as an end game for staking. We like were pretty deep in staking from like I was working in staking from like beginning of 2020. Like thought I understood the market, that it's going to be like liquid staking is an end game, but I do not think in end games anymore. Like the game is eternal, It's going to change. Things are going to change. We are an industry that is going to change very fast. We are in a world that is changing very fast, and we are perhaps on the brink of singularity. So you can't think in games. The end games don't exist. So what you have to do is kind of work on things you like to happen. Accelerate things you want to happen. Do not accelerate things you think are bad, just to get over with it. Find something you believe in and make it closer. Go to it faster with a more enthusiasm, purpose, belief, and energy. And it will happen faster, and that is what matters. That it will happen more powerfully. That is what matters. So thank you for coming. I think this is a really great crowd, and I'm happy to be here and talk to you about Lido. So thank you.